Welcome to Growth Through Thought, where we explore the hidden depths of the human psyche and the path to true maturity. Today, we dive deep into a psychological concept that defines the struggle of many modern men, known as the eternal child. Carl Jung called this archetype the Puer Aeternus, a Latin term describing an adult who clings desperately to the psychology of adolescence. In our fast-paced modern society, this phenomenon is becoming an epidemic, leaving many individuals feeling lost, unfulfilled, and perpetually waiting for life. The Puer Aeternus is a person of great potential who refuses to enter the flow of time and accept the reality of aging. They live a provisional life, always planning for a future that never arrives, trapped in a comforting yet destructive world of fantasy. Often referred to as Peter Pan syndrome, this condition creates a barrier between the individual and the demands of the real world. The defining characteristic is a deep-seated fear of responsibility, viewing every commitment as a prison cell rather than a meaningful choice. Paradoxically, they crave freedom above all else, yet their refusal to choose leaves them trapped in a cage of their own making. You might recognize this in yourself as a graveyard of started hobbies, unfinished degrees, and half-written stories that never see the light. The Puer wants to keep all options open, fearing that choosing one path means sacrificing the infinite possibilities of all the others. But by refusing to choose, they ultimately choose nothing, becoming a ghost in their own life, observing reality rather than participating in it. This manifests heavily in professional life, where the Puer struggles with routine, authority, and the mundane repetition of a steady job. They may hop from job to job, always seeking a perfect vocation that offers constant excitement without the need for boring discipline. In relationships, the pattern continues. They seek the thrill of new romance but retreat the moment deep emotional intimacy or commitment is required. They are often full of energy and grand ideas, yet they lack the grounding required to bring those ideas into concrete reality. Like a seed that refuses to be buried in the soil, they protect their potential but never undergo the transformation needed for growth. This creates a tragic figure, the aging boy, whose charm and potential slowly turn into immaturity and wasted talent as years pass. The digital age exacerbates this, providing endless distractions and virtual worlds where one can feel accomplished without ever leaving the comfort zone. Why deal with the messy complexity of real human interaction when the virtual world offers instant gratification and total control over the environment? This state of suspension can last for decades. Jung warned that life unlived is a psychological disease that eats away at the soul. Time is the enemy of the Puer Aeternus. Every passing year is a reminder that potential is not the same thing as achievement. They watch peers settle down, build careers, and raise families, often viewing them with a mix of superiority and deep, hidden envy. The solution to boredom is always a new adventure, a new city, or a new partner. But the internal emptiness travels with them. This lifestyle creates a heavy shadow. The parts of the personality that are denied growth do not disappear. They turn dark and regressive. Dreams often reveal this conflict. Falling dreams, or being chased, symbolize the reality that the Puer is trying desperately to outrun. To understand the depth of this archetype, we must look to the ancient Greek myth of Icarus, the boy who flew too high. Icarus represents the soaring spirit of youth, the desire to transcend boundaries and reach the divine, fueled by limitless energy and hope. The flight represents the Puer's detachment from reality. They float above the mundane world, feeling superior to the laws of gravity and society. From this height, the struggles of ordinary life seem petty. The Puer feels special, chosen, and destined for greatness without the necessary effort. But the wings are fragile, held together by wax. They represent an inflated ego and a false sense of capability that cannot withstand heat. When reality strikes, or when the sun of truth gets too close, the artificial construct of the Puer's identity begins to disintegrate rapidly. The fall is inevitable. The higher the Puer flies in their fantasy, the harder and more devastating the crash into reality will be. This cycle of manic high flying, followed by depressive crashing, is the emotional rhythm of the Puer Aeternus, repeating until the cycle is broken. In real life, this crash manifests as a midlife crisis, a sudden career failure, or a breakup that shatters their illusion of perfection. They lack the emotional resilience to handle failure because they have never practiced the art of small, manageable failures in their youth. Jung often traced this psychology back to a mother complex, where the child is kept too close, protected from the necessary struggles of life. This bond creates a longing for the comfort of the womb, a place where needs are met instantly, without any demand for effort. The Puer often develops a charming persona to please others, remaining the good boy to avoid conflict and maintain the flow of validation. But this protection becomes a prison. Growth requires breaking boundaries, facing harsh weather, and standing alone against the elements of the world. The transition from boy to man involves a symbolic death. The boy must die so the man can be born, a painful process. The Puer fears this death. They cling to their youth because they mistake the loss of childhood for the loss of life itself. So how does one cure this condition? The answer is not to destroy the inner child, but to integrate it through individuation. Individuation is the process of becoming who you truly are. It involves balancing the creativity of the child with the discipline of the adult. The first step is work. Jung emphasized that work is the anchor that grounds the Puer to the reality of the earth. This is not just career work, but physical, mundane labor. Doing something with your hands teaches you the laws of cause and effect. You must trade the grand fantasy of saving the world for the humble reality of cleaning your room or finishing a small project. Routine is the cure. By sticking to a schedule, the Puer learns that inspiration is not a prerequisite for action, but a result of it. It is in the boredom of routine that the character is forged. You learn to act despite your feelings, which is the essence of manhood. Next is the acceptance of suffering. The Puer avoids pain at all costs, but the adult knows that suffering is an inevitable part of meaning. Just as a diamond is formed under pressure, the human soul requires the pressure of responsibility to harden into something valuable and enduring. Commitment is the key. Choosing one partner, one career, or one path does not limit you. It gives you a channel to flow deep. A river without banks is just a swamp. By confining your energy within boundaries, you generate the power to actually move things in the world. This brings us to shadow work. You must face the parts of yourself you are ashamed of, your laziness, your arrogance, and your fear. Writing down your fears and resentments brings them out of the subconscious darkness and into the light of reason, where they can be managed. Mindfulness practice helps you observe your impulse to escape. You learn to sit with the discomfort of the present moment without reacting to it. The hero's journey is not always about slaying dragons. Sometimes, the greatest heroism is simply showing up every day and doing your duty. Shift your focus from what can life give me to what can I give to life. Service to others breaks the shell of narcissism. You must also learn to forgive yourself for the time lost. Regret is another trap that keeps you stuck in the past, preventing action now. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Start small, but start today, without excuse. Grounding your Icarus means landing the plane. You can still fly, but you must have a base to return to, a home in reality. Reconnect with the physical world. The digital screen is a dream world. The physical world is where consequences, friction, and true satisfaction exist. Protect your new habits like a small flame. The winds of your old patterns will try to blow them out, so be vigilant. Learn to say no. The Puer says yes to everything to avoid missing out. The adult says no to focus on what truly matters. Depth requires roots. You cannot reach the heavens with your branches if your roots do not extend down into the dark, heavy earth. The view from the mountaintop is beautiful only when you have climbed it. Unearned heights result in dizziness. Earned heights result in wisdom. This leads us to Jung's ultimate lesson, the union of opposites. Maturity is holding the tension between the child's dreams and the adult's reality. You do not kill the Puer, you give him a job. You use his energy and creativity to fuel your disciplined work. The child provides the vision, the adult provides the execution. Without the child, the adult is boring. Without the adult, the child is useless. When you accept this union, you stop waiting for life to begin. You realize that you are already in it, creating it every day. The sun must set on your eternal youth, so that the moon of wisdom can rise. This is the natural order of the human soul. By growing up, you become a shelter for others. You become the sturdy tree under which the next generation can play and grow safely. You become the bridge between the realm of ideas and the realm of matter. This is the highest calling of the human experience. No longer a leaf blown by the wind, you become the wind itself, a force of directed will and purpose moving through the world. This is the cure for the Puer Aeternus. Not the death of magic, but the grounding of magic in the soil of reality. Take a moment today to reflect. Where are you flying too high? Where do you need to land? The earth is waiting for you. Your potential is meaningless until it is actualized. Do not be afraid to be ordinary. for in the ordinary lies the extraordinary. Embrace the struggle. Embrace the limits. Embrace your life. It is the only one you have, and it is happening right now. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found value in this, please subscribe to Growth Through Thought for more insights. Remember, true freedom is not the absence of commitment, but the ability to choose what you are committed to. Goodbye for now. Let us explore deeper. Patience is the virtue the eternal child lacks most. They want the reward without the time investment. Mastery requires repetition. The puer gets bored after the initial excitement fades, abandoning the piano when the practice becomes difficult. Life strikes us like a hammer. If we are brittle, we break. If we are malleable and grounded, we are shaped into tools. Resilience is not about avoiding the concrete. It is about finding the strength to push through it, inch by painful inch. Aging is not a defeat. It is the accumulation of experience. The puer sees wrinkles as decay. The adult sees them as character. There is so much to learn that cannot be understood instantly. Wisdom is a slow accumulation, not a sudden download of information. Eventually, we must all let go of the supporting hand. We must ride our own path, risking the fall to experience the movement. The leap of faith is not into fantasy, but into responsibility. It is trusting that you can handle the weight of your own existence. Secure your position, build your savings, strengthen your relationships, maintain your health. These are the anchors that allow you to climb higher. Be a lighthouse for others. When you are stable, you become a point of reference for those who are still lost at sea. Jordan Peterson often says, "Clean your room." This is profound, because it is the first step in imposing order onto the chaos of life. Even cooking a meal can be a spiritual act of grounding. You are taking raw ingredients and transforming them through heat and time. Be like the water. Consistency overcomes resistance. You don't need to be explosive, you just need to be relentless in your flow. Structure is not a cage, it is a trellis. Like a vine, you need a structure to climb up towards the sunlight. Without the trellis, the vine crawls on the ground and rots. Accept the structures of society and use them to bear your fruit. Maturity is also intellectual. It is the ability to listen to opposing views without feeling your identity is under attack. Your brain is plastic. You can rewire the puer circuits. Every time you choose duty over comfort, you physically change your brain. Delayed gratification is the muscle of adulthood. Sacrificing the present pleasure for a better future is the hallmark of human intelligence. Financial discipline is often a major hurdle. Stop spending to soothe your emotions. Save to build your freedom and security. Dress the part. Act the part. Sometimes, the external change triggers the internal shift. Fake it until you become it. Do not ask for an easy life. The struggle of the butterfly emerging from the cocoon is what gives it the strength to fly. When you become a mentor or a father, the puer dies naturally. You no longer have the luxury of being the child. Harness your chaotic energy. The puer has fire. The adult has the engine. Put the fire in the engine and drive forward. Vision is different from fantasy. Fantasy is an escape. Vision is a blueprint for action. Keep the vision, discard the fantasy. Be the architect of your life. Don't just dream of the building, pour the concrete, lay the bricks, and solve the problems. Life is a game of strategy. The pawn must move forward, one square at a time, to transform. Staying on the starting line is defeat. Read the great works. You are not the first to struggle with this. The map has been drawn by those who came before you. Apologize where you have failed. Taking ownership of your past mistakes clears the debris from your path and lightens your load. The burden you carry gives you traction. Without a load, you slide on the surface of life. Pick up a heavy load and walk. You are a small part of a great whole. Accepting your insignificance is actually liberating. It removes the pressure to be a god. Find a community of men. The puer is often isolated. Men grow best in the company of other men who challenge and support them. Look at your inner child with compassion. Promise him that you will take care of him, not by indulging him, but by leading him. Find your true north. What are your values? What are you willing to suffer for? That is your direction. Boundaries are essential. A life without boundaries is like a country without borders. it will be invaded by chaos and disorder. Discipline your body to discipline your mind. When you control your physical movements, you learn to control your emotional impulses. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Adaptability is the mark of a mature intelligence. Invest in substance over style. The puer loves the appearance of success. The adult loves the reality of competence. When you teach, you learn twice. Sharing your journey helps you solidify your own lessons and gives meaning to your past struggles. Remember the vertical axis. You need the depths of the earth to reach the heights of the sky. Balance is everything. Keep the wonder. The adult does not have to be cynical. You can be responsible and still be amazed by the beauty of existence. Honor your ancestors. You are the result of thousands of years of survival. Do not let their struggle end in your apathy. You carry the code of life. It is your biological and spiritual duty to optimize that code and pass it forward. The integration is a lifelong process. You will slip, you will fall. But the adult gets back up. The child just cries. Action is the antidote to despair. When you feel the puer taking over, move your body. Do something real. Break the paralysis. Love is not a feeling, it is a practice. It is the daily decision to put another person's well-being alongside your own. Cultivate your life like a garden. Weed out the bad habits, water the good ones, and be patient with the seasons of growth. Be the mountain. Let the weather of emotions pass around you, but remain unmoved in your core identity and purpose. Plan your future. The puer drifts into the future. The adult designs it. What do you want your life to look like? Memento mori. Remember you will die. This is not morbid. It is the ultimate motivation to live fully and authentically right now. Unplug from the matrix of distraction. Real life is happening offline, in the eyes of people you love and the work you do. Joy is different from pleasure. Pleasure is fleeting and consumptive. Joy is a state of being that comes from alignment with your values. Bring your cargo home. Your potential is the cargo. Deliver it to the world. Don't let it sink in the ocean of possibilities. I challenge you today. Pick one thing you have been avoiding, just one, and go do it immediately after this video ends. Lighting a candle is better than cursing the darkness. Be the light in your own life. Stop waiting for a savior. We went to the moon not because it was easy, but because it was hard. Choose the hard things. They define you. This is true freedom. Not the freedom of a leaf in the wind, but the freedom of the eagle who commands the sky. Work, love, build, live. These are the 4 pillars. Neglect none of them. Build your temple on this foundation. Breathe. You are here. You are capable. The child inside you is safe now because the adult is in charge. Write the next chapter of your life with intention. Don't let it be a scribble. Make it a masterpiece of character. Your word is your bond. When you say you will do something, do it. This builds self-trust, the most important asset you have. You are stardust that has become conscious. Do not waste this miracle on petty fears and childish distractions. Rise up. The sun is rising. The shadows are retreating. It is time to wake up and step into the light of your own potential. Leave the toys behind. There are tools waiting for you. There are bridges to build and mountains to climb. The door is open. The path is clear. The only thing missing is your first step. Will you take it today? From Icarus to the grounded man. From shadow to light. From fantasy to reality. This is the path of growth through thought. Go forth and live, not as a child who fears the world, but as a man who embraces it. Good luck. If this video resonated with you, please like and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson in psychology and self-improvement. Check out these other videos on the screen to continue your journey of self-discovery. There is always more to learn. Thank you for watching Growth Through Thought. See you in the next video. Keep growing, keep thinking, and keep moving forward.